Hello, today we are going over some of my unpopular opinions. This video was suggested by Lauren Abraham, Emmy Yuki, and I think Audrey Wong. I'll tag all three of you in the description. Thank you for the suggestion. Try not to hate me for any of the opinions I express in this video because, you know, I have emotions too, but feel free to debate them in the comments because I am curious to see what you think. And okay, you know what? This is gonna be interesting. Let's get into it. Let's start with the easiest one. Pineapple does not belong on pizza. The average slice of pizza has 3 grams of sugar. That's like 2 crumbs of a donut. On the other hand, the average slice of pizza has 640 milligrams of sodium. That is saltier than you will be at the end of this video. So we've basically established that pizza is a salty food, not a sweet food. So why would you put something sweet on something salty? So imagine that you ask your friend for a bowl of chips. So they go to the kitchen, they pour a bunch of chips into a bowl, and they bring it over to you. And then all of a sudden they dump a bunch of maple syrup on it. Is that normal? No. And so neither is putting pineapple on pizza. Second, most rap should not be considered music. I'm not going to explain this one again. Go back and watch episode 18 if you want to see why I think this. Third, bacon is overrated. I like bacon. I have no problem with bacon. But there's some people who are like, give me bacon or die. Like, I don't get that. I don't get why people like bacon that much. If I eat more than 2 pieces of bacon, I will feel extremely fat and I will stop eating. Fourth, okay, a lot of people are gonna hate me for this one. Naps are a waste of time. There are 3 reasons I think this. First, I don't get how someone can look at their entire day and all the time they have and think, what do I want to do with my day? Oh, I'm gonna sleep. Second, naps always last longer than I want them to. I'll lay my head down on my pillow thinking I'm gonna only rest for 15 minutes, and then I'll wake up 4 hours later. And finally, when I wake up from a nap, I just feel super unproductive and I get stressed out. Okay, next unpopular opinion. Brussels sprouts are delicious. Granted, if you boil your Brussels sprouts, then you should be sad. Like, boiled Brussels sprouts are the worst things. But if you make them right, they taste so good. So don't hate on Brussels sprouts in general just because you have a problem. Because it is your problem, not theirs. What my mom does is she chops them in half, drizzles a tiny bit of oil on them, a tiny bit of salt, and a tiny bit of maple syrup, and then puts them in the oven. And they come out crispy and absolutely delicious. Sixth, school really is about grades, not learning, unlike what your parents and your teachers will tell you. And I'm actually going to make another podcast episode that dives deeper into this, but trust me, I have my reasons. Alright, next. When it comes to drinking water, lukewarm is better than cold. First of all, cold water gives me brain freezes and I hate that. And second, when I drink cold water, it takes less time for me to feel as if I'm not thirsty anymore. And you may think that's a good thing, but it's not, because it means I'm getting less hydrated by that cold water. Alright, moving on. Sleeping in does not make you lazy. There's this weird idea in society that if you sleep in until 12 p.m. every day, that makes you a lazy person. But that's not true. Think about it this way. Is going to bed early considered lazy? No. So why should waking up late be any different? Okay, next on my list. The words I love you being a taboo early in a relationship? That's stupid.
But Jordan, those 3 words are very special.
Okay, no. There are 3 sets of special words in a relationship. There's will you go out with me, which means you're now dating. There's will you marry me, which means you're now engaged. And there's I do, which means you're married. Saying the words I love you for the first time doesn't change squat about the status of your relationship. And I'm not saying that it shouldn't be special when you say it. What I'm saying is that you should be able to use those words casually as well. I mean, if it's socially acceptable to casually say I love you to a friend, why is it not socially acceptable to say the same thing to someone who you view as more than a friend? Okay, the last item on my list is that frosting is gross. And I'm not even going to argue this one because I am right about this. Whenever I eat frosting, I cannot stop thinking, wow, I'm going to get diabetes from this. Like, it's actually so bad. And this is why I don't like cupcakes that much either. And that concludes my list of unpopular opinions. But how many of you actually changed your opinion based on this video? I bet it's very few of you. What probably happened is that you either agree with me more than you did before, or disagree with me more than you did before. And that's the problem with these debates, is that people tend to get very polarized over it. And this is over topics that, for the most part, don't even matter. And so why would it be any different with topics that are way more important? A lot of times we have this misconception that by posting our opinions all over the internet, we're going to convert people to our point of view. But that's not true for the most part. Like, most people are going to look at that and either agree with you more or disagree with you more. And we're all left off even more divided than before. This is the reason why speaking out against racism over social media isn't actually reducing the number of racists by that much. It's the reason why the political divide in the United States is getting so much bigger. It's the reason why that people who don't believe that COVID is an actual pandemic still don't believe that COVID is a pandemic. Throwing your opinions at people who you don't know that well and who don't know you that well isn't going to change a thing. It's pretty pointless, honestly. What you need to do is really get to know them, build a relationship with them so that you understand each other, and then from there, you can work on settling your differences. Alright, that's all for today. Thanks for watching. If I see my follower count start to decrease like I predict it will, then I'll know not to make another episode like this. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll see you all on Monday. Bye bye.